Hi and welcome to Tigers TV, the second game of the weekend. Tonight's action will be facing Sheffield Steeldogs.
Now the Sheffield Steeldogs could well be Telford's opposition in the first round of the playoffs. The knockout tournament is at the end of March. Ahead of tonight's game, Kelly's going to have a chat to one of the fans.
I'm joined with Tigers fan Nick. Nick, were you at last night's game?
Yes, yeah, I was, yeah.
And how did you feel it went for the Tigers?
Brilliant game, yeah. Max did really well, getting his hat-trick. Excellent game, yeah. Really
it was quite a tense third period though, wasn't it?
It was, yes. It was on the end of the seat job, but now we managed to pull it back with Max doing the last one to an open net. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
And it's been just a fantastic atmosphere, obviously, since the Tigers won the league. Have you noticed the difference in the crowd?
Yeah, it's definitely packed house every week. It's absolutely brilliant now.
Great stuff. Well, enjoy this evening's game. And now over to Schutz, who's actually speaking to Max Breyer.
So Max, you must have been pretty happy with a couple of those goals yesterday.
Yeah, well, it was nice to get. I mean, our line gelled up over the last, I think, 3-4 games. It's nice to play with the same group of guys who've been doing a lot of mix and match, and so it's finally clicking. It's a good time to click as well going into the playoffs.
And that puck was put in a beautiful place for that first timer.
Yeah, well, it's always nice to catch it in the sweet spot, and second one was kind of the similar thing, and the third was just an empty net. Just a shame how it ended up that we given up 4 goals in the third period,
yeah,
but it was a bittersweet thing.
That third period must have come pretty tough.
Yeah, it was weird. It was one of those weird things. It was 5-0. Maybe we just got caught off guard, taking our foot off the gas pedal a little bit, but oh well, still a win. And tonight could be a potential rehearsal for the playoffs playing Sheffield. Yeah, well, that's exactly what I mean. I mean, we got to make sure we click and go into the playoffs, especially against potential club that we're playing against.
Good evening, welcome to Telford Ice Rink for the second game this weekend. The Steeldogs line up against the Telford Tigers. Zarbo and Squires line up. Just a quick reminder, if you're taking photos, can you turn the flash off on your camera? Flash photography is not permitted, so you're welcome to take pictures, but please ensure your flash or the light on your phone or tablet is turned off during play. Thank you. Duncombe clears it out on the backhand. Cahorn feeds it back and then gets it on a give and go and then takes a line change. It was Hurst with a give and go. Cahorn has no urgency in getting off the ice. Davies comes through, shoots and scores the first goal of the night for the Telford Tigers. Davies gets the pass as he comes through the centre, drives to the right of the net and then puts the puck across the netminder into the left-hand side for the first goal. So the banter starts between the fans and Payet. Puck's carried in by Morgan. Delayed pass. Oslins shoots on the backhand and Sheffield go on their first goal of the night. That's a great little play from Janice Oslins. Cuts across the front and puts a backhand in the left-hand side past Thomas Murdy, bringing it to a goal each. Puck drifts up to Zajac. Down to Salem. Salem round the boards to try and find Zarbo. Silverthorne touches on to Zarbo. Round the back of the net. Changes direction. Stays in the corner. Salem this time, behind the net, walks out, tries to feed it through on the backhand. Zajac forward to Salem. Salem tries to poke it up to Zajac with a little bit of assistance from Silverthorne, and the puck drops down from the netminder, picked up by Zarbo, and he turns at 360 and fires it in the net. So Selador makes the first save, the rebound drops at the feet of Peter Zarbo, he pulls a 360, wrist shot to the left of the netminder and in the back of the net. So the second goal comes for the Tigers on 5:07. And MOTs are an even-handed goal of 5 minutes and 7 seconds, scored by 10, assisted by 4 and 22. Now Telford on the attack again, the save's made, rebound comes to Miller, Miller shoots again on the backhand, and this time it drops to Sheffield. Ozelin, 1-on-0, goes down, makes a great shot, and a fantastic save by Thomas Murdy. Payet's throwing a few around the defenceman. The defenceman does the right thing to push Payet away from Murdy. He came up with a hell of a glove save there, picks the puck out of the air, and the defenceman keeps Payet out of the way. And in all true traditions of the pantomime villain that he is, there's pushing and shoving involved, but the defenceman was right to keep him away from the netminder, and it diffuses to nothing. Oslin just jumps the line slightly, the puck drops. McKenzie ties up, Sheffield bank it off the boards. Shot from the point from Babray. Sedler makes a save, Miller into the corner to Davis. And at the end of the first period, it's the Telford Tigers 2, Sheffield Steeldogs 1.
Hi, I'm joined with Tigers fan James. James, have you got to many of the games this season?
Yeah, I've been to every home game this season. We're just going to try and make the trip to the final next Thursday as well. So, yeah, every game that I could go to, basically.
Fantastic, and it's been an epic season. Have you got a highlight? We've got a few big games obviously still to come, such as the one you just mentioned, but have you got a highlight that you can pick out?
Well, I suppose probably the obvious one was last weekend when we got to lift the trophy. That was a great game. Well, I mean, there's been so many this season. The lads played really well, and they're playing really good hockey to watch as well. So it's been a really good season this season. So
have you had a standout player?
For me, it's Jason Silverthorne. I think he's been the guy, the rock of the team. Basically, I think he's brought a lot of attributes to the team, and you can see that he's experienced on the ice really. So
obviously, it's a one goal up at the moment. What do you think we can do or what do you think the lads can do to increase that?
Well, Steeldogs are very tough. They come here, they play very physical hockey. I think as long as we're passing it around like we have been doing, I mean, we've had a lot of opportunities, so it's just a case of taking those opportunities in the next 2 periods, really. So.
Well, thank you very much for speaking to us, and let's take a look at the second period.
So welcome back to the second period of ice hockey action as the Telford Tigers take on the Sheffield Steeldogs. 2-1 is the scoreline. Payet gets hold of the puck, dumps it down. Banks off the boards to Novak, drives in towards the net, makes a shot, stick save from Sedler. Plant switches sides. Scott's clutching and grabbing at Novak. Are they going to go on the boards? Yes, it looks like they are. Novak drops the gloves and then throws a couple over the top, drops down on the players, so the linesman will go. They tangled, there was pushing and shoving, a couple of punches were thrown. Squires, shot across, Duncombe. Telford return to 4 skaters. So it's a power play goal, so the penalty will come off.
Sheffield's goal was scored by 19, assisted by 29. That's 19 and 29. The goal was scored at 26 minutes and 36 seconds. It was a power play goal for Sheffield Steeldogs, which means Peter Garbo's penalty has now expired.
23 seconds. Sheffield outnumber the Tigers by 2 guys. Puck goes up high. Duncombe sets it down low. Squires. Sheffield really close at that top of the slot. Squires and Duncombe floating around trying to get that pass for the shot. Squires is calling for it, goes around the back of the net. Squires gets it. First time shot from Duncombe and fires it home for a goal. Horn reaches for it. Salem steps up now, cuts through the middle. Stick comes across him. Puck goes out to Szabo, down to Salem. Salem walks in, shoots, rebounds down. Plant swings at it. The defenseman throws the puck out. But Telford get to it first, so it's only a hand pass if it's completed end to end, and you can hand pass in your own end, but if you can't close your hand and cover the puck, Zajac shoots from the point, deflects off Cahorn, banks it off the boards. Into neutral ice. Hurst reaches for it, tries to tie up Zajac. Szabo carries it back in the end zone. 30 seconds with a man advantage. The Telford Tigers on the power play, but a goal down. Szabo shoots and scores, finds the left side by Sedler. So that cancels out the penalty on Payet. That was Sam Zajac that scored on 35-56. Shot from Calvert. Wide to the left, Miller. Off the boards, Sheffield keep it in. D to D. To Dan Scott goes behind the net. Sheffield really putting the pressure on. Payet circling in front of the goal. Scott pushes forward, banks it off the boards. Calvert puts it on the backhand. Miller kicks it forward. Duncombe, D to D. Scott plays the body, and at the end of the second period, we've got a tied game at 3-3. And Andre Payet is literally sitting on Dan Scott.
I am joined with Sam Watkins. Sam, you're a massive fan of the Telford Tigers. How has this season been for you?
It's been really fun. I've always been here every game, and they've all supported me, the team. They're a really good team. Yeah, I'm glad they won the league.
It has been an enjoyable season. Tell us, have you got a highlight that you can pick out from this season that's really stood out?
At the end, when I went on the ice and got covered in champagne and had loads of photos, that was funny.
It was great getting the trophy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really good.
Now, you, I have to say, are one of the loudest fans in the stands. Why do you think it's important that everyone should get behind the team?
It gives them a lot of confidence. They need confidence, obviously, to play and to get... It's good because they need loads of confidence, and I'm trying to give it them. Yeah.
Well, I think they definitely appreciate it. What do you think the coach needs to tell a team how to come out and play in the third period?
I don't think we've been as sharp at scoring, and our shots haven't been that good. So I think we need to improve on our shots in the third period. Yeah.
Definitely. Well, hopefully they'll do that.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for speaking to us, and let's take a look at the third period.
So as we start the third period, Telford Tigers 3, Sheffield Steeldogs 3. Both teams on 14 penalty minutes. Very evenly matched so far. The Steeldogs win the draw. Goes back to the defenceman. Morgan banks it off the boards, but persistence from Jason Silverthorne. Drives forward into the end zone. Puts it in front. Salem cuts across. His stick was caught up, so he pulled it back and maintains possession. Round the back of the net. Zarbo. Puck drops in. Switches sides. Quiney. Salem. Silverthorne switches to Salem. Switches to Zarbo. Cycling the puck in the corner well. That's banking it off the boards. Escapes skating around in circles, a shaky defenseman, then walk it out to drive towards the net. Goes in front, Silverthorne. Catches his skate. Shot from Zajac. No goal! The referee had already blown his whistle for Jason Silverthorne, being in the crease for 3 seconds. Andre, off the boards. Davis, switches sides. Miller and Hayward, sticks caught up with each other. Both looking over to the referee with that innocent expression in their eyes. Davis battles at it and pops it in. I'm not sure whether Davis finished it or it was Joe Miller, but Davis got a shot of it. I think it went under Squires. I think it was Miller that put it in the back of the net. We'll wait for confirmation from the referee, but the Telford Tigers now go a goal in front. Bray shoots, and that's a hard one, right into the shoulder of the netminder, and that could be a problem, because if that caused any injury, it could have been up in the collarbone, and there's always a risk. That was a massive save, but you physically saw the pressure that the rocket shot from Max Bray hit the netminder towards the shoulder. Zarbo, Silverthorne, 2-on-1. Zarbo shoots, and what a save! That was a TV save and a half. As he comes across, the catching mitt comes up, and he's sliding across the ice, pulling the puck out of the air. So, Telford got an extra man for the last 2 minutes. They're a goal up. Mackenzie cuts through. Miller. Davis. Bray. Andre. Bray. In front, Miller battles for the puck. Davis feeds it through to Mackenzie, who fires it into the net as the netminder had gone down to make the save. The defenseman had come across the front. Telford passing the puck round beautifully up to the top of the shot, and it's a power play goal for the Tigers. Cross-ice pass. Stick goes in the air from Cahorn. Martin Andre dumped by Cahorn. The penalty's called. Martin Andre not happy with that at all. The stick goes up in the air. They're getting a little bit frustrated now with the minute remaining. And basically, Martin Andre, the player was frustrated because he flicked his stick out of his hand. He lost his stick and then he gave him a shove in the back, which has resulted in this fracard right in front of Thomas Murdy, in front of the Telford net. There's only 54 seconds of the game remaining. Telford are a couple of goals up. Off the draw. Zajac keeps possession of the puck. Final 3 seconds. Smith switches direction. We finish with the Telford Tigers 5, Sheffield Steeldogs 3.
So, very competitive game tonight. Both teams came out hard at the start.
Yeah, I think we were always expecting a battle, as you do when you play the Steeldogs. I thought we played pretty well in places. PK was a little bit erratic at times, and I thought we were on the kill a lot, so it's hard to get that momentum. I thought their goaltending was good. We made a lot of chances, but we didn't create that much quality.
You must be fairly pleased with the win tonight. There's a strong possibility that you'll end up with Sheffield in the playoffs at the end of the month.
Yeah, we approached the game with that mentality that we're going to be playing Sheffield in the playoff. So asked the guys to play with an edge. And I don't necessarily think it was a playoff game tonight at all, but I think it was physical in places. So I was really pleased to get the points and hopefully take that life away and that jump out of them a little bit, that they haven't beaten us all season.
That concludes this weekend's action with 2 wins for the Telford Tigers, and of course the British Challenge Cup starts away this coming Thursday in Manchester.